In the 4 years that I've been doing the art gallery, this is the largest turnout, and it's definitely the yummiest opening that we've had. I thank all our guests for coming and our residents who are enjoying all the goodies, and thank you so much to those who made the refreshments and who helped to spread the word and enabled our visitors to come here this evening. I'm also pretty sure this will be the most interesting by looking at the setup, so I can't wait to see what we're going to learn tonight. So I'd like to introduce Josephine Tsai. Josephine grew up in Taiwan, where she was exposed to the richness of Chinese culture. She immigrated to the United States in 1980 and lives in Media, not very far away.
Neighbors.
We're neighbors,
Yeah.
neighborhood. Chinese watercolor painting has always been her first love. She received private instruction from several well-known masters of Chinese art, but she considers Mother Nature to be her greatest teacher. Her works often combine three distinct styles of Chinese painting: the realistic style, the spontaneous style, and the ink-splashed style, allowing the positive aspects of each to create a lively impression. As one of the founders of the Chinese Brush Painters and Calligraphers Society, Josephine devotes much of her time to studying, sharing, and practicing Chinese art. Besides participating in shows and holding individual art exhibits, she brings Chinese culture and art to many schools in the community and teaches Chinese brush painting at Darlington Fine Arts Center, Community Arts Centers, On Lock Senior Center in Philadelphia, and at her very own Dancing Brush Studio. In 2006, she held a solo exhibit at the Waterfall Gallery near Media. She gave demonstrations at the Longwood Garden Chrysanthemum Festival and won a first place award at the Rose Tree Art Show in both 2002 and 2004. Honorable mention in 2006 and third place in 2007. She also won a first place award in 2008 at the Media Art Show. So I'd like to introduce to you Josephine Tsai, who was responsible for gathering her students and helping to put together the exhibit out in the hallway, which is by many of her students. Different artists have done the artwork in the hallway. Josephine.
Hello everybody, this is my pleasure to have this chance to meet you and share our Chinese art with you. Okay. Pat, yes. He said the music a little lower. Okay. We are neighbors, and we have a group of people that painting with me, and we have fun for many years. And this is a good chance to show their work. And I also had a little time to show how to make those beautiful paintings on the wall. And she mentioned about the Longwood Garden, the chrysanthemum. And this is another year for the chrysanthemum. I guess I talked to, you name it? Henrietta. I admire her flower arrangement. I say, hey, this is my flower arrangement from my garden. And I say, I have a Chinese lantern and I have some, this is almost like a wheat set, but I have this one. So I don't know how you can say it, but I try to, because this kind of painting cannot be do it this way, because if I do this way, all the watercolor will running through my brush. So I'll do this and we'll show you when it's in the middle. Okay, if you're familiar with watercolor and this Chinese brush painting, it's similar as watercolor, but so I use the pigment. It's watercolor pigment. The very important difference is we have the ink. Watercolor don't use black, but we have ink. So ink is the most important ingredients that we put it on. And people will think, ink, it will make all the colors becomes muddy or black. No, it's the ink will make the flowers and all the painted more settled, more quiet down. So this is the one very different. The second different thing with the watercolor, the Western watercolor, is we paint the most important, like we call it the host, first, then paint right to the back. And the watercolor maybe you block or use the something to cover, and then you paint the background first. So that's the difference, huh? We paint. Yeah, the watercolor background first, right? The sky first, then you paint the houses in front, right? But we paint the most important, subject first. Then all the others will complement this black. The third one is the brush we use. We use all kind of, this is all my brushes, huh? So, we call, you heard I have a studio called the Dancing Brush Studio. So we have the music on and the brush is really dancing on the paper. So the dancing strokes, it's very important for the Chinese painting. Huh? So now what are we gonna do? What do you like to see? Okay, let's see, huh? I think, so this morning I think, chrysanthemum is the year. That's the time of the year. So I will, first we'll do some chrysanthemum. Huh? So this is the paper. The paper is different. This kind of paper is absorbing. So if I put a drop on water on the paper, they will absorb right away, just like the paper towel. Huh? But the watercolor paper, they don't. They're still there, and they take a while to absorb, right? But this paper will suck it in right on now, and then so you cannot change or move. So you have to make your mind and have your composition before you put your brush on the paper. So that's another difference. Okay. The third, that's the fourth. Another one I would say is the composition. Composition, and like one time I was turning in my painting landscape to the Watercolor Society, and they look at my painting. Painting is this one, huh? This way. They ask me, where's your triangle? Okay? I said, I don't know how to answer, but I said, we are not following triangles. The principle we follow is the yin and the yang, the Chinese philosophy. So the yin and the yang. If the mountains is yang, and the water is yin. If the tree is yang, then the clouds is yin. And the place that I didn't paint, that doesn't mean nothing there. It's something there. It's the cloud there, or the mist there, or the mountains behind that. So that is another difference. So tonight I'm going to show one is the flowers and one is the landscape. It's okay? And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and let me know. So I try to do what I can. Another one is the brush. So we, at the very beginning, we start to use the ink. So I put some water and my ink stone, and this is called the ink sticks. So all the ink sticks are grounded at the ink stone and make all the ink. So this is the time, it's a very important time, is to settle your mind. So any good artwork won't come instantly. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself from inside. So this is the time you just, for me, I'm a Catholic, so I pray. I say, God, let me use my brush to show your creation, huh? So in my card, I said I want to reflect the beauty of nature, and I will share the richness of Chinese culture. Then we want to appreciate, or we just want to see the love, the great love of the Creator. I don't know which religion you are, but I'm a Catholic. And I feel this is the way I show the gift that God gave to me. So we prepare the ink. Then, maybe, so chrysanthemum. So I put my colors here. The chrysanthemum will be the orange or yellow, but when I load my brush, it's different. Loading the brush in a watercolor, maybe you mix your color, but for the Chinese brush painting, it is mixed on the brush. So I have my yellow first. I load my brush with yellow. Then about 2/3 of my brush. Then I put the orange. That is the 1/3. Then I can even have a little bit red, crimson or crimson lake at the tip, very tip. So my brush has different tones, right? Okay. So, let's see. How about we have some flower here? The chrysanthemum has a yellow or greenish. So here's will be the one. Then how the brush will dance? It is, well, let's see. I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's around that. That's the first layer. The second layer, I will say here. So, okay, we just make our, go this way, swing your brush on the paper. We can make going down this way, so we have this part. That.
Ask people to go around. You want to ask people to go around you to see.
Okay. If you are in the back, if you want to see clear, and you are welcome to come over or move your chair nearby that. It will be more easier to look, okay? Yeah, if you want to close by, that's fine. See, right? Huh? You laugh. Why you laugh? Okay.
Very difficult.
Huh?
Very difficult.
Very difficult? No, you will try it. I will let you try that, okay? All right. So, then of course, flowers need the leaves. The leaves is usually it's 5. Okay, 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots. So, 5 dots. So, okay. this is not like the life drawing, but it is sometimes we just get the essence of it, get the interesting part. It is not exactly detailed ones. So that's why your brush can fly. Okay? Okay. So can have that part. And this time of year, a few days ago, it is a Chinese big holiday. It's called the Moon Festival. I don't know whether you ever heard about it. That's the 8th, in lunar calendar, that's the 8th full moon of the year, and it's supposed to be the most brightest one. And at that time, people in China, they appreciate the flowers, and also at that time we said it's the crab usually is the taste the best. So we have the crab with it, and have of course wine. Huh? So we can have that. A wine. Let's get So I have this the wine bottle, and they have a beauty went to the moon. So let's have the wine here. Then I heard, with among us, there's a lady, 102. Wow. So 101 and 102. Right?
Almost
getting-
102.
Huh?
Almost 102.
Almost 102. Wow. So, in China, a lot of things they have the symbolic meaning. So, chrysanthemum is also for long life, and the wine, of course, is long life too, right? Huh? So, we put some lines here. Since it's a long life, let's write a long life in Chinese calligraphy, huh? So, let's do a running style. How about this one? Okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to do another one, huh? So let's put a small one here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have that, and then we can close that part. Then we have more things. Okay, so we have another one for here, and we can have other colors. I like use brush nuts, so I use all kind of brushes, and so you can have a little bit other colors of a little thing. Okay. Of course, we want our crab somewhere, huh? Crab. 1, 2, 3 crabs. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then have this part and that part.
What tool are you using now?
Huh?
What tool are you using?
Brush.
Brush.
Oh, it's a brush?
Everything is brush, right? Okay. This one. So we have here, we got this part. So it's the crab for tonight. writing. The writing we call the calligraphy, or the poet. The poet and also the seal. So this is one. Then I will say, okay, so we will write I said the time is the moon. So we say, okay, then I will have my signature somewhere, maybe here. Okay, and my signature. Then the last one is the seal. Seal is like the stamp. So the stamp, it's my name. Stamp here. Yeah. So in the United States, usually besides the writing in Chinese, I also sign my name. English, Josephine Tsai. And at paint. Wesley, Wesley, no? So from the signature and where you paint, and I just write it down with Wesley. Huh? Hold it up? Okay, let's use a big brush to do the landscape. Okay, here. Load a brush with always with tones, lighter ones, darker ones, right? Well, okay. So let's think. What are we gonna do? Okay, how about since we are here, we want all the signs for longevity is one is the pine tree. The pine trees in Chinese symbolize long life, evergreen. So let's do that. What can we do? So we have let's plan, tree here, then mountain here, or we can do this way. You know this. A lot of times when I have a show, they ask, "Where you paint? Where is this place?" I said, "Do you know the artists have the privilege of move the mountain around? So I like this mountain, but I like this tree. I can put together." Right. That's now, okay? So we have it. We have something here, then we have something here. All right. Let's see. Turn my brush this way, so I don't need do needles one by one. Otherwise, you all gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, that's ink. Your ink.
I'm using ink.
Ink
But then you say why it's using ink? The pine tree is it's green, right? So you will see later on it turn to green. I don't know. I have a magic ink. Okay, so now it's this one, all right?
Oh, my
It's
God.
still black, huh? But later on we're gonna green. So, of course we need a lens, so we just swap.
Here's the line.
Okay? So, huh? Yeah, they have to be somewhere here. Okay. And we put some dots. That means something growing there. So the dots can show, right? Okay. Then we say this is the mountain, mountain. Yeah. I try to move, then the mountain will show up. Okay. I need a多一点水哈。So, you see my brush has tones. Tones means it's clear, light, dark, and very dark. Huh? So, if I use my brush sideways, then they will show the tone, right? Okay. Okay, and in Chinese landscape, they call the 山水. 山水 means mountains and water. So we have mountain. Of course, we need a water. Water. How to do water? We don't need to do anything. Just leave this paper white. So but we are going to cut this way. So, and this is the waterfall, huh? Okay. And the sun and the shui. Oh, what is this? And the further away ones, let's see. We want something that further away ones. Yes, you see here. So we have another layers. Okay, here. Okay, all right. So what is this brush? So we said it's not empty. They have a lot of clouds in between. So let's just make some clouds. Before I can wet the paper. So the cloud will be soft. All right, so. Okay, so far it's like that, huh? If you want to see, huh? So far the mountain's there and then there's water, huh? So we have clouds. Huh? So Have you ever seen the mist in between the mountain? Yeah, yeah. That's I think in July I went to Canadian Rockies, and they have clouds in the middle of the mountain. I said, wow. I wanted them stop and then let me take a picture of it. That's okay here. Okay. So they have some water coming down. Yes.
That's a waterfall.
That's the waterfall, huh? Then this is going to the mist. So the mist is in between, all right? So far it's here like that. So the middle is a waterfall.
Could you hold it up a little bit higher?
This one. This one.
That's it.
Hey,
Yes,
hello,
thank you.
over here.
Over here. Okay. See it? Okay?
Amazing.
Oh yeah. You see it, I will do it. Okay? She said we need a bird. Okay, sure. A bird. But I will have to wait until it dry, otherwise it will smear. So let's give them a little bit time. So we have birds. So this part is earth tone, so we put earth tone. Okay. And the amount we give time for the drying. At home I can use the blue dry to let it dry, then I can put a bird. Otherwise, if I put a bird now, they will smear. So the bird, I want it this big and it becomes that big. Then I can help it. Because this kind of paper, it is, so, huh? Two birds. I don't know whether it's a female bear, male. Usually, at the beginning when I learned, and they said always want an even number, not an odd number. So they all have a pair. So I always count how many birds are there. Okay, it's an even number. If I have a butterfly, I want two butterfly. If it's bees, I have two bees. So we put some earth tone for that land, for earth tone. Then we need some green for our pine trees, huh? So, see? So just give another layers of green, then the pine tree turns to green. Then sometimes I always wanna, after my student finished, and they said, tell me the story. She said, I'm here, I'm looking the mountains and looking but so we need some people here, so they can enjoy the nature, all right? Okay, so we have to wait this one. But in the meantime, I want to show you. You all from this area, do you? Most of you, huh? Right? Okay. In this, each year I give myself a project, not a budget. The project is I'm doing because on the wall you'll see it's in a frame, but in Chinese painting they have all the other forms. The forms can be rolling, right? Look like this way, scroll, huh? Or okay here, huh? This we turn off this way, huh? Because I said every spring we have all kind of flowers blooming. Every week we have a different flowers blooming. The iris bloom, then the Iris bloom. After iris will lilacs. Then we will have the dogwood and wisteria. I said, oh, let me follow the bloom. And in this area, of presenting. All right, and so there's another thing I want to mention. It is the perspectives. In Western painting, you may say from here, then you say this way. But in the Chinese, especially the landscape, it's not only one point to look this way. It's just like you are riding on a boat. You're looking the scenery this way. So we said multi-point. So this is another difference. I just want you to enjoy it. And if you have any questions, I hope I know the answer. Or I just want to share what I have. All right? Okay.
I wanted to ask, how long does it take you to, like the big ones you were doing, how much time would you normally spend on something like that?
Which one?
Did you do it? Yeah.
Oh, I do a little quick faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what about that time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But if I do this one, I will take more time because I can do one brush for one fish. But this one has all the fish skill and all that. So it's going to the details. Another thing I was choosing what I should say, the composition. It is this is the wisteria. This is the forsythia, all right, in the spring. Forsythia, then the fish has a tendency of going this way and turning to this way, then the right. So the whole thing is like a circle instead of triangle. They have flow. This is the flow. Sometimes we can flow to outside, then come back. That's another flow. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
You'll have to take an opportunity to look up close at her paints are here, and when you look at this is gorgeous. I saw it very different from the back from when I looked up close. You can see the detail if you come up close. It's amazing. That was an incredible presentation, and I asked how long it took because you did these so fast, and they're just gorgeous and amazing. So it's a whole different technique for most of us, I believe. It's very interesting to learn about. Any other questions from anybody?
Okay. Yes.
What is the paper that you use? What's it called?
What kind of paper does she use?
The paper, in this country, or you go to the art store, they said the rice paper. Actually, it's not made from rice. It is from straw or the tree bark. Make the tree bark. Mm-hmm.
It's not Yupo, is it?
Huh?
It's not Yupo.
No. The Japanese call the sumi paper. Sumi is Japanese for ink. So the ink paper is similar. But this one we called originally, it's from the Xuan. It's the area they call the Xuan. So that place particularly developed this kind of paper. The paper was absorbing right away, and sometimes they make a little bit a smear. Especially if I paint a panda, that's easy. So the smear we make a furry. Hey, good, huh? So if you see, some people tell me they are shake, the hand is shaking. That's fine. We need a shading hand because sometimes we do the waterfall. We need to do it this way. So you are perfect for doing the Chinese painting. So the Xuan paper, for the absorption, they have the degrees, very absorb, or take a very long time to absorb. We call the non-absorb, but actually it was absorbed. So and some are in the middle. So because it's sized means that they put some alum So the absorption was getting slower. So if the absorption is slower, then we have a little time to move around. Otherwise, they suck it in and we have no time to move around. All right? So the detailed ones, we need to use non-absorb. The very bold freestyle, we use absorb. Yes, sir.
Is this paper protected after it's painted?
Is the paper protected after it's painted?
Good. The paper, for example, I did this one, huh? And if I would do a mountain, I say, okay, a mountain. I can crinkle the paper. Then you say, wow, you crinkle the paper, what's gonna do? And
It's texture.
but the last steps cannot show here is to mount. To mount means use another backing paper to put a little bit, a very light glue, a paste. Then put this one on top of it and leave it dry for several days. Then they will become very flat. All those paintings outside, they all mounted already. Yeah. Mounted. Mounted. Put another piece of backing paper to mount it with, becomes very flat. Okay, let me see. Do I have the mounted ones? Okay. For example, this one, huh? Okay, so this one is already have a backing. So it is all flat. See the backing paper here? Yeah. Then it's ready for the frame. So this is already mounted.
Is this protected, this panel protected in any way? In other words, if it got wet, would it be destroyed?
He asked if it would get destroyed if it got wet. This beautiful piece here. And she said she would cry.
And one time, I tell you the truth, one time I went to California and come back with a flood in my basement. And all my paintings in the basement. I lost 100 paintings because this is watercolor and everything is floating on the water. And but I tell myself, okay, the masterpiece come tomorrow. Doesn't matter. I will do a better one. So otherwise, what I can do? I cry. Yes, of course I cry. And the paper, the paper. You see it's white paper, but sometimes we have color paper. They have a light green or dark brown or even black. See this black paper? But I cannot use black ink on the black paper. So I need to use a little bit opaque. So I use opaque gold to make this chrysanthemum. So it shows, right? Yes, sir.
Did you begin painting as a child in China?
No. Okay.
When did you first begin?
The real story is like that, and I used to work in a hospital. The hospital administrator is the Archbishop. When he had to travel to go abroad, I said, "What do you want?" I said, "I want some brushes." So he gave me brushes and I put it in a drawer for 25 years, and until my son graduated from high school and he's going to go to college. And I said, "What, Mom? We all left. What are you going to do?" I said, "Don't worry. I still have something that I want to do for 20-some years. Now is the time to put it out."
You only really started as an adult?
Adult, after my son go to college. But another reason is here's Cao Liying 到哪去了？Cao Liying. He was the Chinese school principal, and she need a Chinese brush painting teacher. And she asked me. I said, okay. So since then, every night, I paint the whole book, 2 or 3 hours. So every night, I was practicing in order to teach the kids. So actually, I teach myself. Books and
Never too late to try.
never too late to try. And we also, several of us, Marianne, Lee, and Monica, we all go to Chinatown to volunteer to teach them the Chinatown and senior citizens. One of our students, now it's 104. And most of the average is 85. So they all in the class and enjoy it. And I say, oh, I'm going to take a summer vacation. He said, what are we gonna do if you don't come to teach? I said, yeah, you look at the sceneries and memorize it, and we will do it. So, and some of them just the first time they pick up their brush. So never too late. And especially for this one, you just have fun. Just let the brush dance on the paper, right?
How many of the other artists, can you raise your hand, or any other artists here who have pieces on display?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's 2, one in the back. Very nice. It's a beautiful exhibit, and we really are enjoying it. Thank you.
Okay. How about, because the start idea is from Pat. Pat, can you introduce everyone?
Hi, everyone. Some of you might know of me when I bring my piano students here, and we play the piano for you, yes, in May usually. So we had done an exhibit before at Darlington Fine Arts Center 2 years ago. So I had the idea in May to bring our class and our work here. And we met with Amy in June, and we said it artists come up. We'll introduce the Chinese brush painting in common. This is Linda Tsai.
We have the same last name.
I'm Marian Lai.
She's
I'm
a
the
pharmacist.
kid. I play tennis. I have some tennis friends here.
Susan Bevilacqua.
Susan is an art teacher before.
Ying Chen.
Ying Chen.
Feng Bang.
Wyatt Patterson.
Winnie Zhang.
Winnie
Winnie.
Yeah, if you need a
The acupuncture
acupuncture, Chinese medicine doctor.
you.